Welcome to
Grab Life by the Horns.
Powered by Legacy Builders Global, and we are Jennifer Pecan and
Jan-Mark Pecan.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Grab Life by the Horns with Jennifer and Jan-Mark Pecan. Today we are talking about why it's never possible to have your life in balance. And we are just experiencing that at the moment.
Again.
It's a never-ending story. And but this is something what a lot of people give them blockages to continue and to move forward, because they have always the feeling that they are overwhelmed with this whole new thing and they are not in balance. So, Jan-Mark, what do you think about that, and how you want to start today?
Well, first of all, welcome as well from my side. But I'm not the biggest fan of this phrase work-life balance. To put that quite frank right out there. So if you're looking for advice on work-life balance, you might turn off right here. But the thing is, I think many people, they focus on this work-life balance because they see work as not being part of their life. And personally, I have a problem with that.
Well, just to interrupt you directly, work is always a part of the life, but maybe the kind of work, it's not like the lifestyle. They have another perspective on how they work. They work to work. I listen at the moment to the audiobook of Grant Cardone, the Closer's Survival Guide. And he said, well, stop going work to work, work for work.
Yeah.
And this is something most people do, and this is why most people have the problems with this balance. So, but this is just to, it's not...
Yeah, well, I mean, I get it if you have a job and the job really sucks, or the manager sucks, or the company sucks, or the colleagues, or whatever, and you really, you don't like being there.
That's true.
For whatever reason, okay? But you have to be there in order to pay the bills and so on. I get it, that people say, this is work, and then I have life. But work is such a big part of the life. If you look at it, how much time and energy you actually spend on the work, then it's really... I think it's really a problem to chase this thing called work-life balance, where you say, okay, I have this work, and now I want the balance. And especially for people that want more in life, there's never going to be a balance. It's because you are pivoting towards your way to success. Okay, the route to success is neither a paved straight road, nor is it actually the sorry, our dishwasher just decided that it's a good time to start. It's never a good thing because the straight road does not exist. You're basically zigzagging and failing your way forward, and with every success that you have, you will have a failure. You will actually have more failures than successes, to be quite frank. That's the one thing. The other thing is that even if you become more successful, more stable, the pivoting or the changing it doesn't go away. It's just on a different level. Your failures are bigger because the numbers are bigger, and they might happen more in public. Your struggles are the same because you're not trying to close a deal for 10,000 euros or dollars to pay the next month, but you need to close a deal for 100 million because now you have the company, the infrastructure, the employees, everybody depends on you closing that deal. So it never changes.
Well, I think balance is as well a view of your perspective. You can have, even if you have no job at all, you can have the struggle with your life balance. Like maybe there are other things not working. Maybe you wish you have a family or a man, or like to try to get back pregnant or something like that, and this is not working, or this is not happening. And there's always, life is always not in balance, like never. This is never in balance.
Yeah.
So
and it's not meant to be in balance.
no, it's not meant to be in balance, because this imbalance, it's the same word in
Yeah.
English, is like this is what brings us further. And the question is just like how to react on this. Like, do you accept it, or you try really hardly to get your life in balance, because this will never happen. So your focus is totally wrong, and this is why you're not happy.
That's true.
If you would just like take it what it is and try to adapt and adjust to the situation, then you would have a easier and a happier life. And this is like because of a lot of people, and we get the reaction as well, like if people ask us like what we do and what we do in life and all the things like that, and they not always mean like what do we do for a living, but this is a big part, like actually I would say 90% of our life is our business and our family. So and then like the rest is coming, like the casual things, but this is basically it. Like we have fully focus on our two babies, which is our company and our son. So
Yep.
and we love this lifestyle. We love to push forward to this, and this is really this is a lifelong learning, and we just learned yesterday that, because at the moment it's really difficult with our son right now, but and even though we know all this, I would not say all, maybe this is a little bit over the top, but we know a lot of books about negotiation and really training ourselves and getting better in business and all the things like that. Reading a lot and know about the mindset and to transform yourself. Yesterday somebody told me as well, when I explained like what's not going like in the ideal way at the moment with our son, she said, well, this is because of you. Like if he is managing to trigger you, then it's your job then that you just like make your trigger disappear. And then like, well, the how
Easier said than done.
The how is need to figure out, but the thing is, she is right. Like if you want to and we all know this sentence, like if you want to change something, make the change on you first. So I tried to change my son in the last days, weeks, like it was so difficult, and I realized like when I was more calm and more relaxed, and I had a more relaxed view on the situation, it was easier with him, of course, because it's reflecting. So at the moment we are a little bit stressed because we would love to do everything at once, and we
don't have the time for it.
We are not in balance right now, of course. Like this is like, but to focus on the right things, and there are so many opportunities, and we just want to move forward, and of course because of all the situation which we have, it's difficult for everybody of us on a different level, but and this is why our son is as well reacting in this way, how he reacts. But it's up to me and up to Jan Mark, of course, as well, that we get in balance with ourselves, that we feel happy inside and relaxed inside, that we can move on and go. And this has nothing to do with these circumstances around you. Like, you have to find the peace inside, and this sounds really wow, really spiritual. But this is basically like, and again, Siri into my life. So why I did not call you. Sorry.
But I want to go back to that focus, because I think that is a very powerful statement, and you just made it, and I think we should expand that a bit.
Yeah.
Because we have been told by one of our coaches, but by others as well, is where focus goes, energy flows. And if you think about that and like repeat that and write it down, that can change a lot for you already. Be, because when you look at it, it's really what you're focusing on gets like gets you more energy or drains you of more energy. If you focus on negative things that are happening, then your brain starts spitting out all of this negativity because it's trying to like basically balance your world around this focus point. If you are looking somewhere else, on the opportunities, on somebody that you love, that maybe enjoying a good meal, right, can bring balance. If
Yeah.
if you shut down like the cell phones, if you just have like a nice talk, and are fully present in the moment of the meal and with everybody on the table, and you are really looking at that, then that is a moment of balance.
This is a perfect. This brings it to the point, and I heard it. I said it to myself this morning as well, and I remembered that you have to be present in this moment, and this is what we could manage like in the first 2 years with Felix, even better than now, because now we try to manage like when he is at home as well, to bring everything under one umbrella, and this makes it so difficult. So if you manage that, and if you have a schedule, you know, like in this I'm doing this and this and doing this. Of course, I'm not saying that you should not multitask. You can the washing machine can do the laundry while you're doing your work. You don't have to put after another, but you have to be present in this moment. And in Cyprus now, and this is what we realize here as well, like all the people are on the phone, and they are more on the phone than be present in this moment.
Yeah.
And I'm asking myself why they are so relaxed, to be honest, because they seem really, even in the traffic, they seem really hectic and really like they have no time. And they are always on the phone, and they are not respecting the time they have with the people they are surrounding with in this moment. So it seems to be a culture.
They try to be everywhere.
Yeah, it seems to be a culture thing, or a cultural thing. But this is the first thing we noticed when we came here. And I know as well, like from friends, from my friends, and that, you know, when the cell phone things come up and stuff like that, like, do you really want to surround yourself with friends? They are only on the phone while you're sitting there and try to have a real talk with them. Like, for me, it's not, I don't like that, to be honest. I don't really appreciate the things. So being present and take the time. Take the time. It doesn't have to be like every week or every month. But if you take the time, take the time.
True. And that brings actually something up. I remember that from a safety course I had to take. It was a North American safety courses, and they are pretty basic, and it was a pretty basic course, just to be hands-on and get your attention to how to improve safety on the workplace. And the three things I remember from that course, because it wasn't a very long course, I think like 20 minutes, 30 minutes online course. But what they say is, okay, if you want to have like a safe environment on work, it's first of all, you have to have your mind on the task, which means think about what you're doing right now and don't think about something else.
Yeah.
Then they say you have to have your eyes on the task, okay? Which means you look what the hell you are doing and you don't look somewhere else.
Yeah.
So the head on the task, the eyes on the task, and the third thing is the hands on the task. And if you really break it down that simple, and that's also valid for like having the balance and being present in the moment, if your brain is present in the moment,
Yeah.
if your eyes are present in the moment and not trying to look somewhere else, and your hands are present in the moment, then you are 100%, in that moment.
Yeah.
And I think this is the new life and what people should be aiming for, including us, is you have to find this balancing moments that bring the stability and the balance to your life, and you have to be present in those moments, enjoy them to the fullest, and then basically go back to the chaotic business world where you're trying to like close this deal, communicate here, write an email, you like 10 things you should be doing at once, but you have to do them in a sequence. So I think this is really when the closest you can get to a balancing life is find those balancing moments and then fully enjoy them.
I think this is because this is exactly the thing why this meditation and yoga thing is so hyped right now, because we are so stressed with like all the social media stories, being present here, being present there, and all the things like that, like showing what you're doing now and showing up, and you know like
your great
showing,
successes.
Yeah, maybe showing something which does not exist. You know, like just in case. But on the but on the other side, like if you are so busy with all the things in the same moment, of course, like this minutes of peace and calm, and you have no noise around you. This is really relaxing. This is why I think at the moment, like meditation and yoga is so important for so many people, because they really find to their inner peace. But you know, you don't need like a 1 hour time for that. Like if you take in between two appointments or 2 calls, like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, just to come down and not try to make all the things like take your time in between. It gives you so much more energy to that you can do double on the next thing, and on the next 1 hour, for example. And this is super important, that you even this 5 minutes off, like drink a coffee or whatever, and focus. Like you're not stop working, or you're not stop doing this what you want anyway, because your brain is continuing working. You cannot, even the women, we cannot close our, like we cannot stop our brain. But so this breaks, even like with the training, and if you train your body, like this relaxing time, this recovering time is what you make grow. So the greatest idea is, if you're only hustling, you will never get these great ideas what you can do next. You're just functional. And if you want to grow again, you have to have your reflection time. So you are laughing at me, like
no,
why?
I'm not laughing at you.
But you're smiling.
But this is for example why a lot of great ideas or ideas in general, you get them, for example, when you take a shower.
That's
true. Or when you drive.
Yeah.
Because these are the moments you are like when you're driving, you are somehow present, even though you are driving like subconsciously a lot of the time when you have the experience. But also in the shower is like you are usually not distracted, because you don't have your phone around. Like you take a shower, and then your brain starts like trying to think about, okay, what's happening today, what do I have to do, and what else is going on, and it's like starting to fire on all the cylinders and giving you all these different like things to think about, and then all of a sudden it strikes you, why haven't I thought about that? And it's basically because you are not doing a processing task, but your brain starts connecting the dots, and you connect the dots in the off time. You don't connect the dots in a meeting. That has never happened to me, at least. It's like in a meeting you're trying to, even when you like this famous brainstorming and whatever, you're getting the things together and all of the cards on the table and everything. But if you are
stuck, actually, yeah, if you are stuck, and then you get as well, like if you come down, then oftentimes in your case this is like this at least,
Yeah.
Like if we are stuck in the moment,
Go for
and
a
then
walk.
yeah, we have like we always come up with great solutions, but sometimes it take a day or two until we find our reflecting time.
Yeah, because even if you go in a meeting and you think, okay, this is you work out the mechanics of the solution, but how to present the solution, how this is gonna work, like everything else happens after the meeting.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen in the meeting. You don't have like this brilliant idea in the meeting, because usually it's like after you have everything in your mind, and then your mind gets a chance to reflect on it, and you are thinking like, okay, this is a good point, but it's not going to work like this. But this is also a good point. But what if we take this point and try to combine them, and then you're coming up with the same kind of things. And it is, for me, these are also balancing moments. I mean, being in a meeting with great business partners and like having fun, because we have so much fun in our meetings usually, and well, there are serious meetings as well, where it's
there's serious topics, but
serious topics,
you know, like
which at that particular moment are not a lot of fun, but we laugh a lot. We always find the time. Also in the chat groups we have for our businesses, sometimes we just send around also a silly TikTok video or stuff like that, because this 1 minute can bring balance to somebody. You can bring balance to somebody if you make them laugh.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like when you are laughing so hard, it's a big stress reliever at that moment. So it gives your body a chance to relax, because you're not like trying to control everything and trying to think about what you're saying, listening to what somebody else is saying, and trying to process all of it, but you're just laughing. And sometimes we forget about that, and our son Felix is a great reminder, because he loves giggling around, he loves like playing around and playing jokes and doing dumb stuff sometimes as well, but getting us to laugh, and he loves when you are making him laugh and stuff like this. And this is also a balance for him, and it releases stress. And it's the same for us as grown-ups. We just tend to not use it.
That's
and
true.
that's the thing, is if you really have like a good 5-minute laugh every day, you have a good 5-minute break and balance.
True. That's true. Yeah, well, it brings already to the point. Like this is the life balance, or like to bring everything in balance, like 24/7. This is not gonna work. It will never happen, and your life will never be in balance, because like there's always something coming up which distract you from your journey, or like interrupt or whatever. You know, like this. It's always happened. Like you make it, and you know that. Like there are so many sayings, like you make a plan until life comes in between, or something like that. You know, that's like, of course you can make a plan, but if life comes in, like how you react on this. What are you focusing on? Are you focused on that you had this plan and you cannot follow up? Or are you focusing, okay, how can I adapt to this new situation and get my stuff done anyway? Like, you know, this is...
but
and maybe you have to change the goals in this, or the priorities in this particular time, like we have to do like in the next 2 weeks or next 5 weeks. And we made this decision yesterday, and of course, our plan for the first quarter for the year was already done. And this was not the plan in this year, to focus this amount of time on this particular project. But anyway, like it's a great opportunity. So jump on and adjust everything around, even if it's less sleep, you know, like sleep is really the least thing what you need.
But that's interesting. But if you think about, okay, if you look at the, like, let's not focus on the work balance, right? on the word balance, okay, not the work. Um, look at the look at this old type of scales, which are basically where the word balance comes from, right? You have like a big arm, you have the weights on the left, and whatever you are weighting is on the right, or vice versa, and you're trying to bring it in balance. And if you have it in balance, then you're balanced. That's where it's really coming from if you're looking at it. And how do you get to the balance? It's basically on, like, if you have like a 1 kilo on the, or 1 pound, depending on what metrics you're looking at, on the left as a weight, and you wanna weigh let's say oranges, you put one orange and a second one and a third one, and you start seeing, and the balance is not at one point boom and it's totally balanced, but it's a iterative process trying to bring it into the balance. And this is the same in your life. And there are two things that that will always bring you out of balance. The first one is the bad one, when you are forced to do something because you are let go at work, you're fired, you get sick, somebody in your family dies, or whatever happens, right? This is something that throws you off balance, and it's something you have to react to. Now, the other thing is, for the one we are choosing as often as we can, is bringing ourselves out of balance in order to getting that step further and making sure, because if you put yourself out of balance, then you
out of comfort zone.
Out of the comfort zone, yeah, you are basically not focused on something that wants to bring you out of balance, because you just don't have any time and you don't have any balance anyway. So it's like, how should something else bring you out of balance if you don't have any?
I love your left brain. People, I'm so happy that I'm married with an engineer. So
that's the engineering way of explaining.
Yeah, because like I really had this picture in my mind, and I just realized like what our mindset coach is always telling us, like, if you stop growing, you are dying. Like, if something is in balance, it's stopping. Like,
yeah, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. It's in balance. So if you try to have this all the time, then then you are stopping. Like, there's nothing will change. But, and on the one side, like, if you be active, proactive, pushing yourself out of the comfort zone, you are proactive. If something happens, like, I don't want to say to you, because everything happens because of you, but if something happens which you're not planned, which is not planned, and something happens, but because it happens, then you are reacting, and you are always have the choice if you are proacting or reacting. And this is like it's just like their puzzle pieces coming together again, like with this picture.
Well, yeah, but it's also it's so like much. When you're welcome. But it's also when you are looking at things like health and stuff like this. I mean, we talked about that in one of the other things, that we are mainly now vegan and pretty strict, and we're really seeing the benefits and feeling the benefits about that move. And it was a choice, and of course it would be easier on the short term at least to eat all of the processed food and like all of the ready to eat meals and stuff like that, because it's like, or go and order whatever in the restaurant and don't think about it, but it's like always, it's like it's a pay now or pay later type of thing. And you can, if you're looking at that balance and trying to grow and everything, we're trying not to be perfect, but we're trying to get a little bit better every single day. That's true. This is the thing also, coming back to the picture with this old type of scale, is as soon as it is in balance, you can bet something is gonna happen that it comes out of balance.
Yeah.
And Might it be an earthquake or somebody just hitting the table or a little bit of wind, and it forces that scale to get out of balance and to balance itself again. This is what I meant with you are always trying to pivot around that. And I think coming back, because we're now closing the full circle basically, coming back to the focus point of view, is if you are focusing on finding the balance in the moment rather than trying to find a balanced life that does not exist and will wear you out pretty quickly, you are far better off in life, in your partnership, because also in the partnership you have good moments, you have bad moments. That's normal, everybody has them, okay, just don't quit, but find the balancing, find the balance in the partnership as well, and redefine the balance. If balance is not always the same thing,
That's true.
it changes.
Because you change, like you grow, you know, this self, like the personal development and all the things like that, like they makes you grow, and you want to grow. You don't want to get stuck now. Like life is made. Life is this is the purpose of life, that you are growing, that you are developing, and that you make great things. So never stop
Yep.
growing, and focusing, like, on being a better version of yourself every day, a little bit closer, and try to do more often the right things what you have to do, to reach your goals and to be happy. Like this is it at the end. Like, you know, you want to have a happy life, and if for us, like the the major thing is really like to work. We love to work, and we love to. It does not feel like that we are working, and this is like what we love to do as well, and enjoy
It makes
the
us
time.
happy.
Yeah, and enjoy at the same time enjoy the time with our son. But it would not fulfill us if we would have like 24/7 with our son alone and not doing the work. So or not would to push our businesses forward and to do what we do with our partners and with our investors and clients, because this is very important for us, and this is where our passion is. And Felix will have his own life, and he has his own interests as well. And our job is to try that we get most of them in one day happen, what we can, without losing ourselves, basically. And then at the end of the day, you will have a great day. So if you are so often in balance, then you are too often stopping.
And in your comfort zone.
And yeah, in a new comfort zone. So how often are you in your comfort zone, or were you in your comfort zone the last years? And how you want to change that this year?
I think those are great closing words. There's nothing to add from my side.
Have an amazing week, and looking forward to talk to you next week. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye.
Take it or leave it. Like, this is not how it works.
But it's also, it takes courage.
Yeah.
And it takes, like, you need to find your own way on how to deal with it, and how you are coming up with the idea, and then you go and you will meet critics, but you will have the critics if you come up with the perfect solution, or with an intermediate solution that you change on the way. So if you get criticized anyway, then at least be fast.
It's the same if you want to have children. Like, you don't have all the plan for your child until it's 18, like in detail, and you know how it works, because like everything, like life happens in between, and like Are you? This is, you stop laughing.
Yeah.
But yet you say, well, yes, but children are in the plans of my life, and I want to have children. And you start doing it, then you figure out at the end how it works, because you cannot make a plan. There is no driver license for that. So you have to figure out why it's there. And every child has a different personality. You don't have like a manual with that, how you handle this child. Like, this is not working. So
look at page 56.
Yeah, that would be amazing sometimes, to be honest. I would not be so desperate. But this is like the question would be like, would you not start trying to get a baby because you don't have the plan until your child is 18 and moves out, or like have the first job? Like, no, you're not doing this. You figure out in between.
Yeah, but it's not only that, it's also that when you are but driving license is a good point, because it's like when you get a driving license, is you are not a perfect driver. You are just good enough to not kill somebody, right? And to not hurt other people.
Sell yourself,
or you can sell yourself very, very well to whoever is giving you the driving license. So the thing really is like when it's like the same when I mean when I made my A level, I was barely good enough to make my A level, but I made it, and
nobody knows how, but
well, yeah. Well, some people know how, but it's like the thing is that even when you go to university afterwards, and then you apply for a job and you get the job, you are not like perfect for the job. You're just like, the company hires you because they believe you're good enough to fit the job and that they can train you into what they need, because they know they will never find the perfect like candidate for the profile, because you are looking for somebody that like wants to be paid like an 18-year-old, is like just after the study, because you want them to be finished with the skills, but you want them to be moldable into whatever you want, but they should have as much experience as somebody that's 55 years old. So I mean, like, we want all of that at once, and they know they have to compromise. And it's like that's the point, is you have to start in order to even know where you need to compromise.
Well, the point basically is, because I just see that we are already actually at the end, is you can listen to that and you can come up with your own opinion, and you might be in our opinion or not. The point is, you will never know what we are talking about if you never tried it. So this point is like, this is just point. This is a part of the experience. You have to do it. Like, just try it once with something which is not comfortable. Go out of your comfort zone and do something. Start doing something and push through, and you will see what we mean with the examples and what we mean with the explanations here, until you get your first result. And if you think back, maybe you have already results in the past and you never realized it, but this is something like you really have to experience.
Okay, just as a disclaimer, don't try it with something that could kill you. Okay, like this better done than none is not applicable if you want to jump out of an airplane. Well, it's better to have somebody that has experience. But it's like, I just want to put that as a disclaimer here, so they are not trying it with something. But otherwise than that, it's really the thing that propels you forward so fast. If you just do it, I think it's one of the things that we, like a lot of the success we have, and that we're now in Cyprus and all of this, is because we just did it. We just did it, and then we figured it out on the go.
Nothing more to add. I had already my last words.
Bam! There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for tuning in today.
Yes.
And we welcome you to the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Do you want to get paid? Introducing Legacy Builders Global, where everybody gets paid. We don't create investors. We create legacy builders. Legacy Builders Global. Visit us at www.legacybuildersglobal.com.